All right, we should be back and live here now. I think we're good. We had some issues. Dan unplugged the cable when he shouldn't have, trying to adjust something, but we're back now. You haven't missed much. It's a 0-0 game. Dan can go back to the camera and we're good. Just can't touch cables and unplug them anymore.
Jeez.
Puck out neutral zone, whistle goes, end of the first period. For anybody that calls me while I'm working on stuff, don't bother because you just ruin the timing and you screw up the internet and you screw up the changes. So don't call my phone ever. Call somebody else's phone. But we're back now. We're good. 0-0 game. We were trying to make some tripod adjustments, but we'll stay away from those going forward. We'll just leave the tripod as is. Except for we can move it this way just a little bit. There we go, we're good. Dan's never gonna hear the end of this for the rest of the year.
Dan's not touching the camera.
So for the two of you that got to watch the black screen or whatever for the last 30 minutes, glad you're sticking around. We're back and live.
You want me to do this? No.
Yeah, you're good, you're good. So not only did you folks at home not watch the first period, neither did I. So saw a couple hits and some missed opportunities. So we'll see what happens here. Douglas to Meekins, Meekins to Therien. Therien walks in, takes a shot. That was saved by Gilbert. Puck cleared out. Douglas dumps the puck in. Well, Hopkins goes back for it. Up the boards, goes right to, I believe that's McLennan. Therien. Bump, Meekins has it, bumps Hopkins, goes back to Dell. Dell behind the net. Dell reverses. Goes over to McLennan. McLennan battling Smith, puck turned over. Hopkins off the glass. Puck cleared out. Konings has it, goes back to his own zone. Chips it off the boards. Goes past Day down the ice. Day up the boards, looking for McAllister. McAllister has it. Gets the line, goes wide. Puck's down deep, behind the net. McAllister looks out front, he goes back to the point. Coverley takes a shot, can't get everything on it. Fanned on it. Day off the glass, picked up by McKinnon. McKinnon clears it out. Coverley picks it up. Looks to regroup, dumps it in. Hits the skate at the line. McAllister down to Day. Day takes a shot, saved by Gilbert. Day again has it. Takes a shot, saved by Gilbert. Puck sitting there. Dell has it, clears it to the line and out. Puck picked off by Rolf. Rolf walks in, takes a shot high over the glass. McKinnon throws it to the front of the net, stolen by Coverley. Coverley off the boards. Puck cleared out. Poitras behind the net. Puck rimmed around, goes to McAllister. McAllister looking for Scott. Scott walks in, makes a move, goes wide. Takes a shot, saved by Gilbert. Rolf picks it up. He gets bumped. Knocked down. Scott has it. Nugent shot, saved by Gilbert. Puck's covered up. Whistle goes. 17:33 remaining first period. Shot 16-8. So Rockets have had some pressure. That shot total is the first for me to see. So for those that are watching at home that live in Kelowna, you should be down at the rink here. No excuse. But that's all right. You can tell your friends that we're back. Puck's dumped in there by Frizzy. Frizzy goes wide, he gets bumped. Back to the line. McMartin gets it deep to the line, Pincott takes a shot. Frizzy takes a shot saved by Poitras. Once again, YouTube algorithm, we don't own the rights to the music. People at the rink may or may not. We have no control over them, so if you want confirmation about rights, please contact Memorial Arena. Puck in the Rocket zone, Hughes has it, goes back to Konings, Konings to Nugent, Nugent tries to get it to the middle. Puck stolen by Frizzy. Frizzy gets a shot, scores. Broken play, be Poitras' far side. Meekins, Douglas, Terrian out there. We have some new line combinations. We have a couple of scratches today. Charlie Mooring's not playing. We're also without Fogarty and Hoodless. Puck to Douglas, Douglas to Meekins. Meekins loses it to the line. Pendre skates onto it, walks into the line, takes a shot, just wide of the net. Down low, McLennan. Reverses up the boards, kept in by Smith. Smith takes a look, shot towards the net. Almost deflected by Meekins, saved by Gilbert. Puck in the corner, Pincott. Falls down, gets stripped by Christensen, his own player. Puck's in the corner. Meekins misses Pincott on the hit. McLennan in the corner, looks to clear. Terrian's there. Goes to Meekins. Meekins, little move. Looks out front, Christensen stops it. Off the glass, Christensen kept in the line by Pendre. Picked up by McLennan. McLennan leaves it for McKinnon. McKinnon runs into his own player, Galiski. Meekins gets it to Douglas. Douglas avoids a check of Christensen. McKinnon throws it up the middle, kept in there by Douglas. Douglas gets run into by McKinnon. Galiski clears. Pendre dumps it in. Blade penalty coming up here to Williams Lake, so it brings us to a BC Sportswear power play. Need some hats, hoodies, toots. He does stickers too. Kyle Douglas, BC Sportswear. It's going to be McKinnon, 2 minutes for interference. Puck to the left of Gilbert, back to the line. Coverly, over to Lalonde. Lalonde goes low. Puck's in the corner of Evans, leaves it. Scott has it. Scott takes a look, back to Coverly. Coverly gets it to Day. Day goes wide. Takes a shot, saved by Gilbert. Puck comes out front. Scott's there, takes a shot. Rebound, scores off of Davin Sinister. 1-1 is the score on a BC Sportswear power play. If you're looking for one of those limited edition keychains, go down to BC Sportswear tomorrow. You say go U15 Tier 2 Rockets, and you can have one of those limited edition keychains. All right, face off at center. Day gets possession. Loses it. Puck chopped out. Simister gives chase. Runs into Dell. Puck goes to Rouse. He dumps it in. Lalonde looks to clear. Right to Day. Day couldn't get it over to Scott. Picked off by Dell. He just dumps it in. Poitras forced to play it. Puck bumped to the front. Day throws it up. Kept in the line by Hopkins. Hopkins takes a shot. Deflects off of Konings to the corner. Rouse in the corner. Day chips it off the glass, goes right to McMartin, but he can't handle it. Day picks it up. Day off the boards looking for Sinister, just missed him, goes right to Hopkins. Hopkins over to Dell. Dell goes up the middle looking for Frizzy. He turns it over. Sinister walks in, tried to stick handle through some players, lost it. Frizzy picks it up. Scott's there. Runs into Frizzy. Day steals the puck, tries to dump it in. Hits McKinnon, or hits Hopkins. Hopkins circles, goes over to Frizzy. Frizzy can't handle it. And icing is the call here with 13:57 remaining. Got a comment in the comment section from Bobandi, our fan of the month. Yay Rockets. There it is, fan of the month, Brandy Bobandi. Back in with a comment. Face off to the right. Goes back to Pendre. Pendre takes a shot deflected over the net. Sopa picks it up. Sopa in a battle with Hughes. Hughes pushes him. Puck cleared around by McKinnon. Forster tries to clear. He can't. Puck thrown at the middle to Christensen. Christensen loses the puck. Puck given to Nugent. Nugent makes a move, goes wide. To the corner, looks to throw back to the point, intercepted by Christopher. Puck goes behind the Williams Lake zone, picked up there by Bevan. Bevan tries to go up the middle, stolen by Riddell. Bevan again, this time around his net, looking for Christopher on the half boards. Hughes bumps him. Puck back to the point, Smith takes a shot, hits Bevan out front. He gets the puck to McKinnon. McKinnon hits the skate of Sopa, knocked down by Riddell. Looks like a charge is going to be the call. So that means we're going to a Fogues audio penalty kill. You got an event coming up, need some sound equipment, lighting, staging. Go talk to Dan Fogarty, he knows bands too. If you need a party animal at the event, he's got a Kim Fogarty. She's got a megaphone and she is loud. So she is available. Not sure what that package costs, but you'll have to talk to Dan about that one. Face off to the boards, puck cleared to the line and out. Pincott has it, crosses the line and offside. By a step. We're up to 8 now, so the word must be out that we're live again, so that's good. Puck dumped in by Douglas. Hits the skate of Christensen, picked up by Pincott. Pincott around his net, falls. Douglas pressures. Pincott recovers, gets it to Christensen. Christensen back to Pincott. Pincott behind his net. Up to Rolf, back to Pincott. Pincott go to Christensen. Christensen to Rouse. Rouse across the line. Stops. Cross ice to Rolf. Rolf can't handle a bouncing puck. Rolf leaves it for Pincott. Pincott, little nifty move there. Puck's in the corner. Coverly in a battle with McMartin. Coverly up the boards to Meekins and down the ice it goes. Gilbert picks it up, Christensen. Over to McKinnon, stolen by Lalonde. Lalonde fires it down the ice, right on Gilbert. Gilbert forced to play it. Gilbert to Hopkins. Hopkins to Christensen. Christensen back to Hopkins. Hopkins up to McKinnon. McKinnon can't handle it cleanly, pressured there by Carrion, and he clears it down. Hopkins skates onto it. Hopkins rims it around. Frizzy's there, has to bump it back. Christensen again. Scott is there. Runs into Frizzy. Puck comes out. Terrian to Pendre. Pendre down the ice. Hopkins has to skate back to in his own zone. 14 seconds left in the penalty. Hopkins builds some speed up over to Christensen. Christensen throws it up the middle. Pendre dumps it back down. 2 seconds left, and that concludes the penalty. Successful kill. McAllister tries to get it deep. Comes out to Scott. He dumps it in. Rockets go for a change here. Christensen over to Frizzy. Frizzy pressured by Day. Goes right to McKinnon. Sinister picks it up. He's got Day with him. Sinister walks in, takes a shot. Missed the net. Smith shoots it towards the net. Picked off there by McKinnon. McKinnon with some speed. Crosses the line, goes around Coverly, or goes around Konings. Poitras is there for the save. off to the left of Poitras. Face off one to the corner. Konings picks it up, rims it around. Over to McAllister. Puck's forced back in his zone. Konings picks it up, goes around to Simister. Simister has it. Shoots it off the backboards. Over to McAllister. McAllister gets it out. McMartin has the puck. Goes right to Hopkins. Hopkins loses it. Puck comes out to the line. Kept in. Simister takes out two. Puck around McAllister. Throws it to the middle. Throws it out. Almost Simister. Simister does regroup. Picks it up. Can't handle it. Hopkins to Dell. Dell has it off the boards. Right to Konings. Konings clears it. Simister bumps it to McAllister. McAllister looking back for Simister. Missed. Dell has it. Puck back into the Williams Lake zone. Dell clears it. Stolen by Day. Day walks in, takes a shot just wide of the net. Gilbert wasn't really ready for that one. Puck to the line. Thrown to the front of the net, covered up by Gilbert. And with 9:18 left in the second period, we will go to an ice clean. So when we come back, we will go through the lineups today that we missed out due to the technical malfunction that we had. So once again, we will be back shortly. Go get a drink, Bailey's and coffee, have something. I definitely need something after that chaos that we had. So we will see you back here about 7-8 minutes. right, for those tuning back in here, since we missed some stuff at the beginning of the game, we'll go over it now. The lineup today here, starting goal is Walton Poitras. Scratches today is Hoodless and Fogarty along with Mooring. Lineups are changed up a little bit. We got Simister, Day McAllister. We got Riddell, Nugent, Hughes, Douglas, Meekins, Tarian, and then we got Scott as the swingman. And on defense, we just rolling 5D today. Konings, Coverley, Pendre, Smith, Balon, and with those sexy red pads, Walton Poitras is back in between the pipes. Once again, we want to thank our sponsors. 172 Concrete picking up lunch for the team. I really appreciate that. Last week, you know, right after the tournament, it's good to have. So once again, if you can use any of these sponsors, please do so. We do appreciate what they do for the team and their support. And once again, we got the Fan of the Month. We're going to bring up this. It's going to be changed to Fan of the Week segment, but Fan of the Month from last month is Bo Bandy. Big Calgary Flames fan with her grandson Walter. She looks like an old woman. She wanted me to get AI to make her look younger, but unfortunately that did not happen. And I know Jeff McCoggan, I taught him how to use ChatGPT, and look what he did. So Jeff McCoggan, AI, that's what AI looks like for those who are just tuning in.
Bobandy will like that.
Yeah, Bobandy will like that, but you know, that's AI. Bobandy's picture, definitely not AI, so. We're back here, second period, 9:18 left. All right, ref didn't like what he saw, waved out McAllister. So Simister on the draw, wins it back to Coverley. Coverley takes a shot, blocked by Rouse. Puck comes out, picked up by Rolf. Whistle goes, we got a penalty coming up here for tripping. Looks like Rouse going to the box. That means we're going to a BC Sportswear power play. You need some corporate wear, team wear, hats, hoodies, toques. He does stickers too. Kyle Douglas, BC Sportswear. Face off down low, McAllister throws it out front to Day. Day takes a shot, it goes wide. Galiski tries to clear, or Bedman tries to clear, stolen by McAllister. McAllister behind the net, takes a look, back to Coverley at the line. Coverley takes a look, goes to Day. Day cuts out, takes a shot, deflected, and out of play. Face off will be to the left of Gilbert, 140 left in the penalty. I think we're going to block Bobandy from the chat. Face off, McAllister. Puck cleared to the line, and down the ice it goes. Poitras plays it over to Valant. Puck is cleared. McAllister has to regroup. He does. He enters the line. McAllister goes wide. McAllister back to Coverley. Coverley down to Day. Behind that, McAllister. Over to Simister. Simister shot. Saved by Gilbert. Covered up. 1:02 left in the penalty. 8:09 left in the period. Score 1-1. All right, so Bobandy has officially been blocked from the chat, so that's good. Face off to the right of Gilbert. Meekins wins the draw back to the line. Puck comes out. Pendre has to regroup. Pendre off the boards to Tarian. Tarian looking to seam pass, didn't work. Puck is cleared by McKinnon. Smith goes back for it. Pressured by McKinnon, or by Frizzy. Frizzy throws it out front for McKinnon, but Smith is there. Smith over to Douglas. Puck goes back to Christensen. He fires it down the ice. Frizzy gives chase. Smith pressures. Frizzy spins. Stolen. Terrian over to Douglas. Douglas crosses the line, throws it to the middle. Cook almost intercepts, but Terrian regroups, has it, takes a shot, saved by Gilbert. Pendray chips it to the corner. Meekins has it, penalty's just about over. Douglas takes a shot off of Terrian, but covered up by Gilbert. William Blake clearing the net. Nugent. On the draw. Wins it, right back to Konings. Konings shoots, just saved by Gilbert. Puck to the line, Carverley tries to keep it, he can't. Puck clears out, Konings. Cross ice, looking for Riddell, stolen by McKinnon. Puck goes behind the net. Throw in, back to the line. McKinnon, or Hopkins can't keep it in. Puck cleared to McLennan. McLennan just dumps it in. Poitras plays it. McKinnon goes to the far side. Puck McLennan. Carverley steals. Carverley around looking for Riddell. Riddell back to Konings. Galiski ends up with the puck. Carverley pressures. Galiski reverses. Gets bumped by Nugent. Puck cleared out. McLennan takes a shot off the side of the net. Hopkins at the point. Takes a shot. Saved by Poitras. Puck cleared down the ice. It's a rolling puck. Goes right to Hopkins. Pressured by Riddell. Puck turned over. Riddell walks in. Takes a shot. Saved by Gilbert. Great opportunity for Riddell. Just couldn't capitalize. We got a new cameraman right now. Max Fogarty, the son of Dan Fogarty. Running the camera, just don't unplug a cable, and we'll be okay. Blake Goodless is joining him. He's learning how to run the camera too. Puck Simister has it. Sauce pass to Lalonde, shot deflected, still in play. Rolf has it, down to Bevan. Pendray steps in, throws it towards the net, saved by Gilbert. Puck cleared by Forster. Rolf with some speed, skates onto it. You might have to move your body, Max. Puck in the corner. Looks like we got a penalty coming up here for tripping. Looks like it is Rolf going to the box for tripping, which means they're going back to another BC Sportswear power play. We need some corporate wear, team wear, hats, hoodies, toques. He does stickers too. Kyle Douglas, BC Sportswear. Shots 28-12 for the Rockets. Big difference from yesterday. Face off to the corner, clear to the line. Cubberly. Down low to McAllister. McAllister looked to make a pass, fans on it. Puck is cleared down the ice. Poitras plays it over to Lalonde. Lalonde stops, regroups. Gets it to Simister. Simister circles, cuts to the middle, builds up some speed. Has it still, goes deep. Behind the net. Stops, sets up. Still has it, button hooks. Down to Scott. Scott out front looking for McAllister. Puck deflected out. McKinnon in a foot race with Cubberly. McKinnon bumps Cubberly. Nothing happens. Lalonde picks it up. Over to McAllister. McAllister can't handle it. Puck comes to Dell and he just fires it down. Cubberly regroups. Cross ice for Scott. Scott deflects it to Simister. Simister cuts in. Backhands it towards the net. Rebound sitting there. Another save by Gilbert. Scott back to Konings. Konings hit Simister skate. Rebound. Simister again. Another rebound. Puck's just sitting there. Gilbert covering everything up. Puck's behind the net. Scott to Simister. Over to McAllister. McAllister behind the net gets tripped up. And we got another penalty coming up to Williams Lake. So we got a 5-on-3 here for 36 seconds. Blake Hoodless blowing the horn. For the 5-on-3, Rockets sending out Douglas, Day, Terrian, Konings, and Smith. Christensen has it, looks to clear off the backboard. Smith keeps it in. Smith down to Terrian. Terrian looking out front for Day. Puck gets cleared down the ice, 23 seconds left, 5-on-3. Konings looking for Terrian. Puck deflects in. Christensen gets there first. Rims it around, kept in by Konings. Konings to Smith. Smith has it, walks in, takes a shot. Deflected by Christensen. Puck's in the corner, 5-on-4 now. Back to the line, Konings can't keep it in. Stolen by Rolf. Rolf with some speed. Goes wide, Rolf cuts to the net. Tries to put it out front, couldn't. The puck going for Terrian. Puck dumped down. In the corner. McKinnon has it, gets it to Hopkins. Solon Day has Douglas, tries to send him on the stretch. Terrian skates onto it, he gets bumped by Hopkins, puck's down low. Christensen tries to clear, hits a player. Puck gets rimmed around. Pendray keeps it in far side. Pendray fires it on net, deflected, but saved by Gilbert. Hopkins shoots it around. Coverley's there. Gets it to Terrian. Terrian takes a shot off of Christensen into the corner. 18 seconds left in the penalty. Dumped in by Pendray. Rockets go for a change. Christensen picks it up, and he fires it down the ice here. Might have to move. Pendray behind the net. That concludes the power play. Coverley has the puck. Coverley crosses the line. Walks in. He gets hit as he takes a shot. Puck goes wide. Scott to the front of the net. Bevan picks it up. Lalonde keeps it in. Bumps Bevan into the boards. Looks like we got a boarding call here. Looked like it was a hit to the side of the player, which typically isn't a boarding call, but it is. So it looks like the Rockets are going to a Fogues audio penalty kill. Good job, Max, from Kim Fogarty. Your mom likes your work there, Max, so good job. You and Hoodless, keep it going. The trick is when the puck's in this corner, you got to step around to things so you can see, or you look at the screen. Face off one, Douglas has it, clears it. Pin caught. Goes far side right to Rolf. Rolf goes to Frizzy. Frizzy to the corner, throws it to the front. Rolf couldn't handle it. Rolf back to Pincott. Pincott, far side to Christensen. Christensen takes a shot, saved by Poitras. Konings in the corner. Up to Douglas. Douglas shoots it, kept in by Christensen. Christensen over to Rolf. Rolf in the corner. Tries to go up front, deflects off of Meekins. Pincott cuts to the net, shot, saved. Rebound right to Douglas. Douglas looks to clear, and he does. Gilbert plays it. Goes right to Pincott. McKinnon picks it up. McKinnon to Christensen. Christensen dumps it in. Frizzy skates onto it. Puck towards the net. Poitras makes the save. Puck is cleared down the ice. We got 1 minute left in the penalty. 30 seconds left in the period. Christensen has it stolen by Terrian. Terrian 2-on-1. If he can get it to Scott. Oh, he couldn't get it to Scott. Christensen steals. Looks for McKinnon. McKinnon missed. McKinnon touches. Frizzy tries to jam it. Rebound sitting there. Scores. McKinnon One ref called icing, the other waved it off. 10 seconds left in the period, 2-1 Williams Lake. Face off at center. Rockets have it. McAllister picks it up. 5 seconds left in the period. Goes wide. Shot. Wide of the net. Coverly dumps it deep. Buzzer goes. That concludes the second period. 2-1 Williams Lake. Shots 34 for the Rockets, 16 for Williams Lake. Rockets look to regroup here. Need a big third period. Don't want to drop 2 in a row. It's a league game, so it matters if you want the banner. Special bag for batteries there, Jeff. We keep them nice and sealed there.
Made in China.
Made in China, that's right.
Okay, Bo Bandy, what do you think there?
Bobandy's been blocked from the chat.
Oh, good.
So, let me know more comments from Bobandy. She put an inappropriate comment on the chat, so I had to block her. So, maybe next week we'll let her back. Face off at center here. Day is on the draw with Simister and McAllister. Face off won by Williams Lake. Christensen has it, dumps it in. Puck goes wide of Poitras. Coverly picks it up. Coverly pressured by Galiski. Spins off him. Puck cleared out to Simister. Galiski has it, crosses the line. Day picks it up. Tries to clear, banked off of McKinnon. McKinnon throws it towards the front of the net, missed. Clears his own. Pincott regroups in the neutral zone. Pincott looks to hit. McKinnon missed, and icing is the call here. 19:27 left, 2-1 game.
Let's welcome our new cameraman.
Face off in the offensive zone here to the left of Gilbert. Rockets win the draw, get the puck. McAllister tries to get it to Day. Puck at the line, Rolf pokes it out. Trying to hit Rouse, stolen by Coverly. Coverly gets the line. Gets it to McAllister, throws it out front, looking for Dave. Gilbert just missed, puck thrown out front again. Gilbert blockers it to the corner. Christensen clears to the line, Pendre shot, hits McKinnon. Puck thrown to Day. Day shoots it wide. Coverly keeps it in towards the net. Christensen deflects it to the corner. Christensen looks to clear. He does. Puck comes out. Simister picks it up. Gets it to Coverly. Coverly to Day. Day with some speed. Crosses the line. Button hooks back. Tried to reverse it down low. Stolen by McKinnon. McKinnon looks for Rouse. Stolen by Smith. McAllister looks to chip it in. Goes right back to Sopa. Sopa to Frizzy. Frizzy gets it, makes a move. Nugent's there. Nugent off the boards. McKinnon picks it off. McKinnon takes a shot, deflected to the corner by Konings. Frizzy takes a shot, saved by Poitras. 18:05 left. 2-1 game, shots 35-17. Williams Lake wins the draw. Bevan puts it in the corner. Nugent has the puck stolen from him. Frizzy behind the nets. He gets laid out by Konings. McKinnon back to Frizzy. Frizzy looks to go out front. Puck sitting out front. Saved by Poitras. Beautiful kick save. Puck cleared out. Hughes touches it with a high stick. So face-off will be inside the Rocket zone. 17:40 remaining. Face off, one to the corner. Lalonde looking for Pendray. Stolen by Galiski. Meekins now has it. Goes over to Lalonde. Lalonde crosses the line. Gets it in deep. Puck's in the near corner. Puck cleared out down the ice. And icing. Face off will be back in the Williams Lake zone. To the right of Gilbert. If you're ever not sure if you got the corner, you can always look at this screen because that's what the viewers see. That messes you up, but that's why you look here. Face off to the back to the line. Pendray keeps it in. Hopkins gets bumped. Pendray tries to keep it in, goes right to Douglas. Douglas gets stripped up. Picked up by Galiski. To the line, Pendray. Puck cleared out, Lalonde. Pendray. Over to Douglas. Dell off the boards. Cleared out, kept in by Pendray. Pendray clears it up. McKinnon gets bumped by Meekins. Puck goes back into the Rocket zone. Pendray stops, shakes, gets over to Terrian. Couldn't handle it. Dell has it. He just gets rid of it. Day avoids a check. Cross ice to Pendray. Pendray chips it out. Dumped in by Hopkins. Coverly off the glass. To Dell. Dell back to Coverly. Coverly crosses the line. Coverly gets bumped. Hopkins over to Rouse. Rouse bumps Coverly. Over to Rolf. Rolf has it. Throws it right up to Hopkins. McAllister skates back and picks it off. Sinister looking for Day. Just missed. Christensen tries to clear. He does. Gets it right out to Frizzy, over to Rolf, leaving it for Pincott. Pincott takes a shot, pushed aside by Poitras. Pincott picks up, throws it out front. McMartin couldn't get a shot off. McAllister looking for Sinister, pressured by McKinnon. Konings reverses. Gets the puck over to Smith. Smith tries to go cross ice into the 1-2-2, stolen. Looks like Williams Lake sitting back in a 1-2-2. All the D got to do is skate it out, but they're trying to force the pass. Standing here with Blake Hoodless. What's the injury update, Blake?
Hopefully I'll be back next weekend.
Next weekend in Kamloops, that's right. Good to have Hoodie back. What about you, Max?
I don't know, I'm also probably going to try in Kamloops.
All right, Max is going to try and be back in Kamloops as well. Puck dumped back in. Smith tries to reverse, didn't get full stick on it. Puck in the corner, Smith goes back, picks it up. Now reverses it back to Konings. Konings looks to clear with the stretch to Riddell. Riddell makes it to him. Riddell stops up, has the puck, wires a shot just high and wide. Lalonde gets there, chips it back in, Rockets tag up. Sopa goes up the middle. Frizzy over to McKinnon. McKinnon gets knocked down by Nugent. Frizzy skates onto the puck. Frizzy takes a shot high over the net. Puck is cleared out. Sopa picks it up. Sopa over to Cook. Cook dumps it in. Lalonde. Back to Pendray. Pendray throws it up the middle dangerously, but puck does get cleared. Hopkins touches it. Riddell gives chase. Hopkins skates onto it. Hopkins stops up, cuts the middle, pressured by Riddell. Riddell steals, shot, save, rebound, another save by Gilbert. Mistake almost cost the Timberwolves, but they were able to recover. Gilbert had to be sharp there. Face off on the near side to the right of Gilbert. Meekins on the draw. Wins it to Douglas. Douglas back to Pendray. Pendray tries to shot on net. Deflects off a leg. Puck comes back to Pendray. He just chips it in. Meekins takes it deep. Dell tries to bump him. Meekins has it. Back to the line. Lalonde shot. It's a player. Dell clears it to the line. Puck goes deep. Dell again. Tries to clear off the glass. Right to Rolf. 2-on-1 happening here. Rolf with Rouse. Rolf walks in. Shot. Saved by Poitras. Rebound. Almost knocked in by Rolf, but it goes wide. McKinnon takes a shot. Saved by Poitras, and he covers it up. 13-18 left, third period. 2-1 game. McKinnon goes forward, backdoor pass. What a save by Poitras. That's play two. That's the Ray Guzet play. Almost works, but Poitras was well aware. Williams Lake pokes it back. Stolen by McAllister. McAllister to Sinister. Sinister tries to go around Christensen with the long reach of Christensen. Looks like we got a penalty coming up to Williams Lake. 2 minutes for interference on the reverse hit. Looks we got coincidental penalties, I guess. Find out what the call is from the ref here. 2 for interference, 2 for roughing. 4-on-4, here we go. 5-on-5, that's right. Face off to the right of Gilbert. Okay, wins it back to Konings. Konings over to Coverly. Coverly couldn't handle it. He gets bumped, comes out to Rolf. Rolf walks in, looking to toe drag. Couldn't get around Konings. Goes to the corner, throws it out front to McKinnon. Stolen. McAllister tries to go cross ice too early to Therrien, but Therrien gets it, chips it in. Sopa couldn't handle the puck. Puck gets pushed out front, back to the line. Kept in by Konings. Konings dumps it deep. McAllister. Stick handles. Over to Rolf. Rolf tries to clear. He does. Rolf across the line, takes a shot, deflected over the glass and out of play. Face-off will be to the left of Poitras. Face off in the corner. Nugent pushes it over to Pendray. Pendray has some speed. Turns it over to Hopkins. McMartin picks it up. McMartin tries to get to Forster. McMartin again to Hopkins. He gets hit by Riddell. Puck is cleared out by Nugent. Puck dumped deep. Behind the net, Poitras leaves it for Pendray. Pendray picks it up. Pendray over to Smith. Smith looks over for Hughes, who gets it to Nugent. Nugent crosses the line. Nugent shot on net. Riddell just couldn't bury it. Pendre keeps it in, shoots it. Nugent leaves it for Riddell. Riddell, or to Hughes. Hughes can poke it around the defender. Bucks in the corner, Nugent. Skates onto it, avoids a hit. Dell tries to clear to the line. Smith keeps it in. Dell tries to clear, hits Forster in his equipment, and we have a face-off in the Williams Lake zone. 11:13 remaining, third period, 2-1 game. Rockets with the edge in shots, 38-22. Meekins on the draw. Puck back in the corner now. Picked up by Meekins. Puck cleared out. McKinnon can't get around Scott. Lalonde tries to clear, fans on it. Picked off by McKinnon. Lalonde clears. Sopa goes back for it. Sopa. Stolen, or almost had it stolen, now it is stolen. Lalonde, fans on the shot. Meekins gets it to Konings. Konings back to Lalonde. Lalonde crosses the line, dumps it in. Bevan goes back for it. Bevan to Frizzy. Frizzy has it stolen. Scott button hooks, but he loses it to Frizzy. Coverley jams him, throws the puck to the middle. McKinnon skates onto it. McKinnon crosses the line, takes a shot, saved by Poitras. 10:16 remaining, third period. The coincidental penalties to Christensen and Simister are over. Face off to the right of Poitras. Puck in the corner, Coverley. Over to Pendre. Pendre. Over to Simister. Simister throws it up to Day. Day with some speed. Pressured by McKinnon. Cuts to the middle. Takes a shot wide of the net. Pendre jumps down. Coverley steps in. Hits his player. Day has it. Pressured at the line. Has to regroup in the neutral zone. Just dumps it in. Rockets tag up. Puck far side looking for Frizzy. Missed everyone down the ice. Icing is the call. 9:42 remaining. It will go to the right of Gilbert. Day on the draw. Looks like he's going to pull it back to Konings. Konings has it. Takes a shot. Hits McKinnon. McKinnon looking for Rolf. Rolf has it 2-on-1. Rolf goes wide. Looks to the middle. Throws it out front. What a save by Poitras. Poitras scrambles. Covers up. Great rebound. What an excellent play by Poitras. Williams Lake thinks the goalie threw his stick. He might have, but said no goal. Face off to the left of Poitras. One to the corner. Lalonde can't handle it cleanly, but it gets out to Simister. Simister cross ice to McAllister. McAllister tries to go around Pincott. Can't. Pincott clears it to neutral zone. Coverley to Lalonde. Lalonde back to Coverley. Coverley dumps it in on net. Gilbert plays it to Christensen. Christensen tries to clear, stolen by Day, throwing on net just wide. Coverly takes a shot, has it blocked by Frizzy. Rolf couldn't handle it, stolen. McAllister crosses the line, takes a shot, saved by Gilbert. 8:47 left, 2-1 game. Shots 39 for Kelowna, 24 for Williams Lake. Puck goes back to Pendre. Pendre to Riddell. Pendre tries to put it on net, blocked by Galiski. Smith back over to Pendre. Pendre loses it to McLennan. McLennan tries to go up front to McMartin, but it was blocked. Riddell tries to clear, he can't. Puck goes out front, deflects just wide by Pendre. Thrown out front, McMartin, shot, save, Poitras. Nugent throws it blindly up to the line. Riddell has it, gets it out. Riddell with some speed. Hughes driving the net. Riddell shot wide of the net. Hughes picks it up on the half boards. Puck was sitting there, couldn't handle it. Puck is fired down the ice by Galiski. And that'll be icing, 7:58. Shots 39-25. Douglas Scott Terrian. We'll see if it's a play two opportunity. It is. Scott is the best one at it, but he didn't do it this time. Puck in the corner. Puck given out to Douglas. Douglas shot on net. Puck sitting there, rebound. Terrian couldn't get a backhand shot. Konings tries to put it on net, blocked. Picked up by McKinnon. McKinnon with some speed and offside. Face off in the neutral zone. Scott on the draw, knocks it over to Terrian. Terrian back to Coverly. Coverly to Konings. Konings can't handle it cleanly, but does get it out to Douglas. Douglas tried to get it to Scott, picked off by Hopkins. Konings again, chips it, looking for Scott. Scott can't get there, Dell does. Dell goes to Forster, but Forster just dumps it in. Poitras leaves it for Konings. Konings up the boards to Douglas. Douglas far side looking for Terrian, picked off by Pincott. Pincott dumps it in. Konings tries to clear, he can't. Konings can't get it out. Or Terrian couldn't get it out. Pincott eats around him, puck goes deep. Frizzy leaves it for Rouse. Rouse to Frizzy. Frizzy bumped by Scott. Rouse goes in for it, bumped by Konings. McKinnon bumped by Konings. McKinnon still has it. Scott tries to steal. McKinnon throws it to the far corner. Christensen steps down, shot towards the net. Deflects. Now the Rockets are not happy. They hit the goalie. McKinnon going to the box for hitting the goalie. Anytime you push the goalie like that, that's a dirty play. We'll see what comes out of this. Looks like Scott's going to the box too. Ref's talking about it. We'll see what comes out of here. All right, we got 5-on-5 action coming up here. What's that? It's 5-on-5. Not always. Sometimes there's power plays, Max. And then you have one more player than the other guy. Getting clarification here, Coach Coverley didn't like the head contact on his goalie. Okay, face-off is going to be to the left of Poitras. Puck possession taken by the Rockets. Day looking for McAllister. Puck is dumped back in. Pendry picks it up. Bank pass to Sinister, leaves it for Day. Day has it knocked off his stick. Sinister dumps it in, Christensen has it. Puck far side, McAllister has it stolen. Rouse goes up to Rolf. Rolf loses it. Day is there, crosses the line with possession. He gets bumped in his feet. Puck goes to McAllister. McAllister tries to get it out front to Day, but it hits a skate. Deflects out, Rolf. Partial break here. Rolf walks in, takes a shot, scores. 3-1 Williams Lake here with 5:51 remaining. Martin has it for Williams Lake, walks in, goes wide, gets bumped by Konings. Nugent to Hughes. Hughes makes a move, goes around Galiski. Hughes goes wide, looks to button hook. Puck back to the line, Konings takes a shot, saved by Gilbert, rebound covered up. 5:24 left. Face off to the ready, Gilbert. In the corner, Bevan goes to the far side. Smith jumps in, keeps it in. Looks like there's going to be a penalty coming up to Williams Lake. And we got a head contact call coming up. Which means they're going to a BC Sportswear power play. If you need some corporate wear, team wear, hats, hoodies, toques. He does stickers too. Kyle Douglas, BC Sportswear. The power play hit earlier in the day, so if you want that limited edition keychain, you go down to BC Sportswear tomorrow, say go U15 Tier 2 Rockets, and you'll get that keychain. Only a few left. Meekins, back to Terrian, Terrian to Cubberly. Cubberly takes a look, doesn't look like what he sees. Tries to go to Terrian, he missed it, goes to Meekins, Meekins back to Terrian, Terrian can't handle it, McMartin tries to clear, Cubberly keeps it. Cubberly pressured by Frizzy. Puck is cleared down the ice by Christopher. Lalonde goes back for it. Around the boards to Terrian. Terrian stolen by McMartin. Cubberly tries to get it to Meekins. Meekins turns it over. Stolen. Terrian backhand. What a save by Gilbert. Puck in the corner. Terrian to Lalonde. Lalonde to Cubberly. Cubberly takes a shot. In the traffic, hits a skate, puck in the air, oh, didn't cross the line, it was close. Lalonde steps in, keeps it in. Puck in the corner, back to the line, and Douglas couldn't keep it. Frizzy gives chase, Poitras way out of his net. What a diving save by Cumberly. Puck cleared out to the line. Sinister, McAllister, Day, 3-on-1. Sinister overskates it. Tried to get it to McAllister. Pendre keeps it in to Smith. Smith to McAllister. Shot, rebound, Day. Shot, scores! Logan Day on the power play. 3-2 Rocket, or 3-2 Williams Lake with 3:45 remaining. Another power play goal here for the Rockets. A BC Sportswear power play goal. We're back to a one-goal game with 3:45 left here. We got some horny fans over here blowing their horns. Face off won by the Rockets. Puck cleared up. Sinister couldn't get it in. Day back to Smith. Smith looks to regroup. Far side looking for McAllister. He deflects it. Dell picks it up. Dell clears down the ice. Smith has it. Smith looking for Day, but ends up on the stick of McAllister. McAllister crosses the line. Goes wide. McAllister out front to Simister. Scores! Gavin Simister, 3-3 with 3:11 left in the third. Rockets heating up at the right time. There we go. Williams Lake calling a timeout here. They need to regroup. The horny fans got warned because they're taunting Williams Lake. Face-off will be at center. 3-3 game. We got Terry and Riddell, Scott with Konings and Coverley. Rockets win the draw. It goes back to Coverley. Coverley tries to clear it, hits Stanchion on the glass. Puck back to the line. Christensen bumps it to Rolf. Rolf gets it to Rouse, walks in. What a save by Poitras. Konings, that's going to be a penalty. Boarding. Christensen doesn't like it. He's chirping. Hopefully the player's okay. You don't like to see injured players. To be determined if it's 2. Looks like it's 2 for now. Might be 5. We'll see. Player gets up, that's good. Got a discussion in the corner here. Player's going back to the bench, so it should be 2. Ref's discussing it here. I mean, we'll see if it's 2 or 5. Hopefully it's only 2. Don't want to lose him for another game. We already got one injured defenseman. So with 2:54 remaining, we will be going back to a BC Sportswear penalty kill. Or sorry, a Fogues Audio penalty kill. Looks like Konings is gone. It's going to be a 5-minute penalty. Which is unfortunate because that means he'll miss the next one. So it's a Fogues Audio penalty kill. If you need some sound equipment, lighting equipment, staging equipment for your next event, contact Dan Fogarty Fogues Audio. And it looks like Williams Lake's getting a penalty as well, Rolf. All right, so we'll take the penalty kill down. We might not actually have a power or penalty kill at this point. It could be a 5 for Kelowna. And see if it's 2 or 4 for Williams Lake. 2 for Williams Lake. So currently it's going to be 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. Then with 54 seconds left in the game, we will have a Fogues Audio penalty kill to end the game. All right, face off in the neutral zone because of the penalty to Rolf. It's a 4-on-4. We got lots of ice here. Face off to the boards. Williams Lake has possession. Christensen goes far side. Lalonde over to Pendray. Pendray to McAllister. McAllister thought he had Lalonde, but regrouped. Puck kept in, shot by Pendray just wide of the net. Gilbert mishandled it. Pincott bumped. McAllister pressured by McKinnon. McKinnon looks to clear, goes down the ice. Lalonde plays it. Oh, that was a dangerous play. Puck thrown almost out front, but it was cleared to the line. Pincott is able to clear. Puck goes down, McKinnon just missed it. Touch, no icing. Smith plays it behind her net. Puck comes out, Pincott picks it up. Shot by Day, almost. Puck cleared out. Frizzy with some speed. Frizzy bumped. Goes right to Poitras. Little bump at the goalie. Rockets get in the way. .24 seconds left in the 5-on-5 play. Rockets have Day, Simister, Smith, and Coverly out there. Day on the draw. Gets it to Coverly. Coverly chips it off the board. Simister gives chase. Dell goes back. Dell rims it. Smith looks to keep it in. Throws it to the corner, but it hits the ref. Picked up by Christopher, or McMartin actually. Couldn't see the number. Coverly regroups. We're going to a Pogues audio penalty kill now, 5-on-4. McKinnon dumps it in. Smith is there. Looks to clear. Kept into the line. Puck thrown out front. Coverly's there. Tries to clear. Gets to Day. Day clears it. That was Dell tried to keep it in. Day gets it. Fires it down the ice. 27 seconds left. Gilbert plays it to Christensen. Christensen down the ice for icing. Good break for the Rockets with 18.9 seconds left. Face-off will be back in the Williams Lake zone. .4, 2:25 left. Douglas on the draw. Williams Lake in possession. Pendre chips it. Terrian tries to get it in deep. 13 seconds left. Pincott forced back by Douglas. Pincott gets it over to McKinnon. McKinnon crosses the line. Throws it to the front. Hits the skate. 2 seconds left. Pendre wires it down. And that'll conclude the game here with 3-3 tie. So Rockets were hoping for a win, but they came away with a tie when they were down 3-1 with 5 minutes left. So good way to battle back for the Rockets. Final shots, 48 for Kelowna, 30 for Williams Lake. It was good to see the Rockets show up today. They did not yesterday. So this will set up for a good match in Kamloops at Kibit when these two meet again on a Wednesday night in Kamloops. Players shake hands here. Good show of sportsmanship. Once again, we do want to thank our sponsors. So if you can use any of our sponsors on the screen, please do so. They support the team. And once again, thanks for tuning in, folks. We will see you next week in Kamloops, where the Rockets will take on the Kamloops Blazers in league play one more time.